Now, the death toll from that attack against aid workers at the weekend has now risen to 9. They include 6 slain aid workers, their driver and an army officer. That's according to the South Sudanese military. CGTN's Patrick Oyet brings us this update from Juba.
Army Deputy Spokesperson Santo Dominic Chol says investigations are still underway and the identity of the killers is not known. But he says the victims of Saturday's attack include 3 Kenyan aid workers and an army officer. Chol says the aid workers left Juba without seeking security advice or permission. They had been stopped at a military checkpoint and given an escort, but they dropped too far in front and then ran into an ambush. The government has previously said it could only guarantee security in territory it holds. The attack happened near Mangala along the Nile, around 75 kilometers northeast of the capital. The government is in control of that area. Though several militia operate there, almost 88 workers have been killed since fighting broke out in South Sudan in December 2015. Officials say they are meeting aid agencies to discuss better protection and coordination of humanitarian work. Patrick Oyet, CGTN, Juba, South Sudan.
Well, the UN has strongly condemned that attack in South Sudan. Let's get to you more on that now. Liling Tang is still with us in New York. Liling, we know, of course, that the UN says the killing of these aid workers in South Sudan is now possibly a war crime. What steps then are available to the UN should that be the case?
Well, the first option is for the UN to urge the government of South Sudan to investigate this incident, investigate what happened, and then apprehend and prosecute and hold the perpetrators accountable. Now, if for whatever reason, given that this is a possible war crime, if for whatever reason the judicial system within the country isn't able or isn't willing to prosecute, then members of the Security Council or the Security Council itself can refer the case to the International Criminal Court for it to be tried within the ICC's auspices. Now, at this point, the UN has already asked the government of South Sudan to investigate and prosecute and hold the perpetrators accountable. So we'll have to see where that goes first before further steps need to be considered.
Indeed, and of course in this latest update what we know now is that in fact 9 people were killed in this attack. Do we have any further details on the nationalities of the aid workers? Any response as yet from their families?
Not so much more details here at the UN in New York. What we do know so far based on reports is that of the aid workers killed, around half of them were South Sudanese and half were Kenyans, but we don't have the actual numbers of how many were Kenyans and how many were South Sudanese. Those numbers are likely to be more come forward over the next few hours. We don't have any information from the families either.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for that update. Liling Tan joining us live there from New York.